Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Resident Evil here on the heavybass channel. Last time, we made the long trip from the sewers to the factory, where we took the same path as Claire and Sherry did by traversing through the bit. This time, Leon now has to do some investigating of his own because a platform has not gone down, and we got some things to do, which is probably the reason why we have a Magnum equipped. Well, if your answer is that we haven't had an encounter with a certain arsehole for a while, that would be Mr. X, congratulations, he's due for a visit. And we don't want to be, visit, but we got a factory map. Anyway, the more important thing is that the platform we have a new section of the platform to go through. We had a platform here normally, but of course the platform went down. So, in order to do so, we need to find an item. Well, basically, we need to find a key that goes up. So, keeping on the security cameras for a reason, here, we have a key that says U. This is the up key. Now, we have the monitor. Oh, God, really? I knew that asshole was near. Yeah, Mr. X has followed us all the way from the sewers, from the RE station, and effectively, he basically has done that. Congratulations. He's a bit of a... We've got so much ammunition out of him, it's ridiculous. But there he is. Again, he's not much of a threat at all. Just pound him quite maliciously with that's just basically it. It really becomes a joke at this point. It takes about 4 to kill him because he's a gigantic, pretty much of a douche. We have the key though, so that's the more important thing. So, you probably may ask, what are we going to be doing now? Well, we got the key, so we now got to call the platform back up from the down position because because down there, that's where the factory is. And you know where that section of the factory, where the station was? Here is the more interesting because in Resident Evil 0, this was one of the ultimate destinations. Surprisingly, the factory was the ultimate destination. Although there are a few things that caught me by surprise, which was, of course, the keyhole. Which is true. Alright, time to stock up some items because some assholes are going to be very difficult. Which is true. Stock up the ammunition for the shotgun shells. We're going to keep the Magnum for now. But I do quite believe we're going to go ahead and use the up key. For all the typing, all that stuff, but now we got to go click on the up. Basically, and Leon's like, let's go, which is important. So now that we got the up, so now the platform which has the up key can now go up. Should do in a cutscene. There it is again. I always assume there's an item here that I don't normally pick up. That's my problem. I always assume there's an item from there. Which is a bit strange. Luckily for us, Claire left the D key inside, and now we can just go inside the train. Thank you, Claire. The one smart thing you've done today is leave the key to go down, because, it would be a lot more safe. Anyway, time to go down. So, cutscene repeats again, since it goes down and up and all that stuff. Which is true. And, oh fuck, really?
Ada!
Wow.
Ada, can you hear me?
Bloody hell, Birkin, you certainly caught up. Which is more important. Anyway, here, there should be a hidden room somewhere that should give you some extra handgun items. I believe it's right there. Yeah, right there. Magnum bullets. You're gonna need them. Unconscious, huh? Like I can walk over her and such. But anyway, since of course Ada is effectively been knocked out, well, we all know what's gonna be happening here. Except this is not the cooler boss fight of this one, and Leon gets an easier time in this one. All we have to do now is just Birkin just shows up. more or less, he now just gets a bigger claw. And he's really mad. Yeah. We're now taking on the third form of G. After, you know, effectively Claire took the fucking destroyed the living shit, and he can jump too, which is really fucking annoying because Birkin has that ability to bullshit jump. Luckily for us, he's one of the easiest bosses to face in this game due to the Magnum. Fortunately, he still has a bullshit excuse. Still has a bullshit rush attack. Ow. There we go. That's the end of that's the end of third malformation of G. So that wasn't much of a frickin' battle per se. The Magnum is that pretty strong of a weapon. Oh, of course, the spark shot in compensation is the Magnum equivalent. It doesn't work on the Magnum works fantastically on Birkin, but it doesn't work. But the spark shot only works once, and it's not even that effective. So the motor's not due to a prohibit overheating. It means that we basically are stuck, and the platform is basically stuck where it is. We can't go down to where we can't go down. That's a problem. That's a particularly bad problem.
So just rest here.
But, and I do mean but,
slow you down
there is one room. There's one downside to Leon B. There's a certain safe room you cannot enter in this one. So they gave you a safe room coming up, which actually works out well. Basically, Ada has a bit of an angst issue because she gets stabbed and she enjoys the company that Leon gets.
I'm not capable of
more or
caring
less,
about anyone.
which is kind of a bit sad, really, when you think about it.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for
And of course, Leon's duty is to make sure that survivors get out. Unfortunately, we can't basically do anything else about it. So we're stuck here, basically. We're stuck midway, and we're gonna have to try and find a way out. And there is a way out through that vent. Through that vent, which is true. Which is ultimately true, because there's gonna be a few issues with that. Leon jumps out of a vent, like so, and then, just so that make things get worse, the elevator starts going down again, and Ada's in there. So in effect, Leon is now on his own again. Well, that's a bit of a douche thing to do. Oh well. We're in the laboratory now. We're in the power section of the labs. Luckily for us, we need to get the power on. So that's the more important thing at the moment, is that we need to get some power into this place. Otherwise, this is just not much of a thing to do. But for the time being, say hello to the say hello to a combined room, as it were. This is not only an important hub room. This is also a power room. There are zombies here now, and we need to save our best weapon and at least a few healing items, as it were, straight to the last detail. And we need to put those healing items away, because otherwise we need to go ahead and save, because there's one problem. The save is at the very bottom of this lift, and you're gonna notice a few things, like over here. This is a zombie, by the way, that doesn't come to life. So luckily you're fine, because I think anything he's not supposed to be. For P epsilon gas, basically it pretty much tells you about how to weaken BOWs, which is more important, as long as to extreme cases. In other words, that BOW gas that we used in the A path, we could have used it here and it would have been a problem. Actually, it would not have been a problem because we had no issues. But we have enough shotgun shells to last us for the rest of the game. Essentially. Just want to check a few things before we head out. But that's an important thing to do. That's the way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Very importantly, because the next part we are going to basically cut down. We're going to do something immediate that'll make things a lot quicker, and that is solve a puzzle or two, and then we can get out of here. So next time on Resident Evil, let's do some moving of boxes. See you guys then.